So the size of the cigar should be appropriate to the size of time you have to enjoy the cigar, or size of time you have to enjoy yourself. And that sounds a little kink, but what I'm trying to say is, if you have 3 hours to kill, maybe it's two Robustos. If you have 2 hours to kill, maybe it's a Churchill. If you have an hour and a half to kill, maybe it's a Toro. Or Robusto, but maybe, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? So, and not that you literally say, today I've scheduled 90 minutes of fun. But then again, you might have a wife that does that for you. What I'm trying to say is, you generally know what you're doing. And so you want to act, accordingly. And if your cigar size matches the time you have, and then it just works out perfect. Because if a cigar size is too big for the time, see, we always talk about a lot of blends and different kinds of blends, which is equally as important. But the right blend with the wrong size, like if you got like a good hour to kill with your buddy, but all you brought was like Churchills or like 6x60s, maybe now you can't enjoy it. You can enjoy them, but you maybe have to put them down, or you have to rush. You know what I'm saying? No, it depends how fast you smoke. But obviously you don't want to have to do a Churchill in 30, 40 minutes. So that's what I'm trying to say here. Time doesn't matter to people that smoke cigars fast. Oh, that's the classiest cigar channel right there. You gotta honk your loogies. This is provided us by Big Firm. Shout out to the Big Firm. This is a Caldwell, Matt Booth, and an AJ Fernandez. So it doesn't just say AJ Fernandez, although it does say AJ Fernandez on the bottom. To there it says MB and RC for Caldwell. This is a Nicaraguan Puro, but it is a Habano Nicaraguan wrapper. So by all intents and purposes, it is a Puro Nicaraguan. It is a Habano wrapper. It looks like a regular Robusto that lost an inch. Maybe a little more. Maybe this is 3.5 inches. Maybe 4, or maybe 4 and change. 3 and change. What size is this son of a bitch? It's 4x48. Yeah, so here's what it is. It looks like I don't think this is a super small size. This might be a perfect size for any time. And if you have a lot more time, then you could just smoke 2 of these sizes. I'm a big fan of smoking the same cigar twice. The best cigar to pair with your cigar is the same cigar. I just can't stress it enough. Like, what I'm trying to say is, the only cigar that matches with your cigar exactly is the same cigar. That'd be like the best, if you liked your wife, the best thing to do is if you could have had 2 of the same wives. So when you're out in town, no one has to know that, you got 2 wives. That's the best wife to pair with your wife is the same wife. It'd be like a Michael Keaton Multiplicity movie, but kind of a different spin. Honey, I'm going out. Oh, okay. And she doesn't know who you're going out with. That's the catch. Let's get this going. Firm pack. Firm pack. I'm losing dexterity with these gloves on. It is 21 degrees. So this is all for the love. Soft, gentle heat. I just can't stress it enough. Make sure you're applying that soft, gentle heat. I just can't stress it enough. I just can't. All right. Shit. I got no dexterity. Go. I think I'm gonna go. No glove, no. got a very immediate draw. That's because it's a foreign cigar. Well, all right. It's got a good draw. That cherry's cooking. Off the bat, it's a medium strength. It's not a very intense cigar. That's the initial impression. That could change in about 1 minute. You never know. I don't know how much time this cigar has on it, and I don't know if the tea is a regular production. I remember seeing them a while ago. I'm not talking 10 years ago, but a while ago. A few years? It is what it is. Strength is picking up to medium plus. It's salty, slightly earthy. Some black pepper. It is a Habanos, and generally one of the classic flavors of Habanos is that most Habanos are not sweet. So, where lighter cigars generally could be creamy or vanilla, or darker cigars might be stronger per se, but they might have notes of chocolate or fig. Habanos hit that sweet spot for not being sweet. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That might be the kind of mood you're in, because some people don't like, pungent sweet cigars, or you might just not be in the mood for a sweet cigar. Habano wrapper reminds me more of like, if it's a Scotch, like more of a peaty Scotch, more intense flavor, not much sweetness. Yeah. Got cedar going as well. It is not a bad cigar. It is of good quality. It is AJ Fernandez Caldwell in that booth. The banding's nice, not overdone. It's unique. It's a good cigar. It's not a great cigar. What I mean by not great cigar, meaning to be a great cigar, it's like pretty much from the get-go, it's like, I gotta buy a box of this, or well, how come I've never tried this before, or I don't want the cigar to end. But you see what I'm saying, though? Just because if the cigar is not in that category doesn't mean it's not good. There's more good cigars than great cigars, And that's okay to be a good cigar. Not every cigar can be great. And the problem with great cigars, lots of times they get sold out quick. Or the price goes up. Or the price goes really up. It does not feel like, for me, like a unique cigar. This is the Habano. Lots of Habanos. Lots of times they feel very formulaic, where they feel like other Habanos. I think of all the major wrappers, I'm not gonna say it's my least favorite. I don't know. Meaning, I tend to smoke more Maduros, Oscuros, and if I'm in the mood for a Connecticut shade, okay. Mexican San Andreas, Maduro, fantastic. What I'm saying is, Habano wrappers I find myself going to the least. And it's not just the lack of sweetness that you get with Habano wrappers. Maybe it's just the whole thing. And I have had some Habanos I really like. I'm just saying. So, now, if you love Habano wrappers, maybe it's something you're into. Like, for example, too, let's talk about the regular versus Habano. You got the Tabernacle, the classic, right? And then you have the Havana C. And the wrapper becomes more reddish, lighter hue, but I prefer the classic. What I'm trying to say is, the pro of a Habano wrapper is that you can still get a rich, intense, strong cigar without getting super dark. Um, if that's something you want. However, yeah, overall, I would prefer Maduros because I do like having a sweetness factor. You know, it doesn't have to be the major note of the cigar. When you talk about flavors in a cigar, it doesn't mean each flavor is exactly equal percentage. It doesn't work like that. Maybe sometimes, but generally not. The roasted coffee's kicking in more now. Yeah, so it's a pretty stout little cigar. Right now it's medium to full, and I'll tell you what, it is a fully packed cigar. This thing is moving slow as hell, so you could get some good time out of this little 4x48. I think the size is convenient, but the burn's slow, so you could get an hour out of this, at least 45 minutes, unless you're smoking it like you're on the firing line. So it is what it is. So I'll come back later. I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm going to put on some Bob Dylan and relax. Do I recommend it? Yes, I think it's a good cigar. Do I say stop the presses and buy a box? No. If you want to try one and see how it hits you. But it is a high quality, but there's a lot of cigars of high quality. So when I say that, I'm not knocking the cigar. All I'm saying is it's good. And nothing bad I can say about it. But it's not great. It's not an aging room Nicaragua. It's not a League of Habano number 9. It's not a Monte Cristo number 2. It's not a Pledge. It's not even the Allegiance. So what I'm saying is, it's not a Davidoff Nicaragua. Finish is pretty heavy. Not super long though. The finish when you're smoking is pretty heavy, and then it dissipates. You got to pay attention to your finish. How long the finish is the length of time. How long the echo is. But how hard the finish is, like how hard it's hitting you in the tongue, right? That's how loud it is. So if it's a very loud, that means it's a very heavy finish. And if it's echoing a long time, it's a very long finish. There is a difference, and it's all a factor. Worst case is you have no finish in length or strength. It's like the cigars wearing a silencer. You're like, where's the flavor? The benefit of a shorter and less strong finish is, if you do like the flavor, when it comes back to the puffing of the cigar, it's like refreshing. It's like almost like you have amnesia. Like, what does this thing taste like? Oh yeah, wow. What does this thing taste like? Oh wow, yeah. So I mean that does get weird after a while, and you start wondering if you've been indoctrinated in some weird MK Ultra thing, and whatever. But yeah, if you're into Habano cigars, you're gonna like this. Yeah, we're back. So where was I? So we got a perfect burn, perfect ash, no touch. I have to do like 72 touch-ups. If you want to see touch-ups, you're going to have to go to other channels. You might get bored here. But the ash is really nice, so... AJ Fernandez, Yeah, so, ash burns really good. I don't know what other guys do. I just know... pretty much every other channel, and I'm not trying to talk shit about the person, because I like some other channels, but it is what it is. But I don't know what they're doing. Soft, gentle heat and pay attention, and every cigar pretty much smokes perfect. I don't know what everyone else is doing. Soft, gentle heat and pay attention. I don't know. Once again, and it's like 20 degrees right now, maybe 19. Temperature's dropping. So, yeah, we're going to drop that ash. Doesn't even want to go. Okay, so did I enjoy this cigar? Yes. Will this cigar be joining my world-class league? No. Is it a good cigar? Yes. At my 0 to 5 scale, I'd say it'd be a solid 3.7. It's a good cigar. If you like Habano wrappers, it's got a lot of cedar, some earth, some black pepper spice. Wasn't extremely spicy. A lot of twanginess, a lot of sourdough. Lip like puckering. You get that a lot in Habano cigars, like sourdough. So the twanginess kind of feel, that's what it is. But you're not gonna get sweetness, and it's not gonna be super dark. How dark is it? Darkest cigar, lightest cigar, 60, 65%. So not super dark. And it's convenient for the size. So, 6 of one, half of the other. For me, it's not a cigar that you have to try, because a lot of Habano cigars feel formulaic for me. And so, enjoy which one you enjoy. I mean, but like I said, for me, my taste, I'm telling you my taste, it's not my preference, Habano cigars. But as far as just the quality of the cigar, the draw, the burn is on. As far as the presentation, it's good. The construction is good. The strength was around medium to full. The finish was pretty strong, but not a super long finish. So I tried to describe the cigar as best as I could, right? And those factors. And it is really cold right now. I didn't bring out my heater. I can't feel my feet. Wow. It's a comfortable Habano cigar that has classic Habano flavor. But like I said, one of the main things you're not going to get, or a classic Habano flavor, is not getting sweetness. So that you do what you want. We're done here. Catch you around. Shout out to Big Firm for the cigar. Much appreciated, much love. And we'll see you at the Iron Dome. Stay fresh, eat prunes.